Hey, you're the producer, Captain.
All right, well, let's give me 10 seconds and we'll go.
Okay.
Welcome to it.
And welcome to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. My name is Eric Chacon, and we're better late than never. We are going to be starting today at the second quarter with 13 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock after the Pueblo Steel just drove down the field and missed their extra point try or the two-point conversion. So that puts our score at Mile High Grizzlies 13, Pueblo Steel 12. And I'm actually... I'd like to welcome into the booth today the special guest for us today, Rashad Ray, Commissioner of the Colorado Football Conference, is with us. Hey, Rashad, how are you, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, Eric? Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, it's great to have you on here. Now, you've been here for since the start of the game, haven't you?
I have.
So it seems to be pretty competitive.
Very competitive. What we got is a passing clinic. E.J. Bogany ran one for 40 yards. Then Squint, quarterback for Pueblo,
James Holland,
and he got outside and scored. Then James Holland hit number 15 for a post pattern for about 40 yards, and Bogany hit Cy Patterson, and that's where we got the score at.
Yeah, this is excellent game. We just saw Zach Anaya walk off under his own power. Looks like he had a bit of a knee problem, but I think he'll be back in because he seemed to be walking just fine. So, you can probably help us out with the viewers here, Rashad, and explain that this has been one heck of a rivalry between these two teams over the years, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Early during the season, Pueblo beat the Grizzlies 14-13, and now I guess it's payback week.
Excellent. Well, as you saw in the return, it was a short kick, but the returner grabbed it, and he did a pretty good job on the recovery there, gaining extra yardage. But one thing you might explain to me, Rashad, what you saw on that play was as the returner was returning the ball, he had a guy draping on his back. Can you explain to us how that horse collar rule is enforced in the CFC?
Well, the horse collar rule, if he's grabbing inside the shoulder pads, not the jersey, but the shoulder pads, they will call it horse collar.
Horse collar. All right, now we've got the Mile High Grizzlies on offense, led by number 8, E.J. Bogany. And he's going 3 receivers stacked to the left, 1 to the right. He's got 1 guy in the backfield for protection. And what kind of defense are we looking at there, Rashad?
Right now we're looking at a college 3-4.
All right, he's looking to roll out, finally getting wrapped up. He gets rid of the ball. Smart heads-up play by E.J. Bogany, avoiding a big loss by the sack by getting rid of the ball before number 50 of the Pueblo Steel could bring him down. But that pressure brought to you by Isaiah Cartmel of the Pueblo Steel. That college-style defense seems to be working pretty well for them, don't you think?
It seemed like the Pueblo Steel finally made some adjustments out of that because the quarterback for the Grizzlies has been rolling out, and now they are containing him now, and so now they're forcing him to be a pocket quarterback instead of athlete, and that's why they may put pressure on him and got him to throw the ball away.
Well, it looks like the Grizzlies are going back to the same formation they were before. 3 stacked to the left, 1 to the right, protection in the backfield. Still a 4-3. Looks like he's rolling to his left, looking for somebody. Here comes the pressure. He just throws it up there. Intercepted on the play by number 16 of Pueblo Steel. There's a flag down. He's running it back. Finally gets brought down about the 40-yard line. Interception made by number 16, Justin McCash. Big defensive play for the Pueblo Steel.
And Eric, on that play, what did you got? The quarterback tried to roll out to his left right-hand quarterback, and he threw late over the middle, and the safety stayed home and made the pick.
And that's exactly what he's supposed to do. You know what? Not only privileged enough to have the commissioner of the Colorado Football Conference, but probably one of the best coaches of the Colorado Football Conference, head coach, offense coordinator for the Colorado Greyhawks. So it's nice to have your insight here, buddy. Appreciate that. You keep acting like this, you might have a permanent job here, bud.
I don't know what to say on that.
The pay is great. But you know what? I missed the referee's call. The turnover was good, but was it a bad block?
It was a block in the back on the
block in the back. All right, so James Holland's got his offense out. He's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. running back, and looks like the Grizzlies are still looking like a 3-4 they've changed into.
Correct.
Gets the ball, batted up, should have been intercepted by number 45.
James Yeager on that play right there.
Let that turnover go right through his hands. That great play, but who was that on the outside? Was that 77 getting his hands up in the air?
That was.
That's Dennis Stefanich on the bat down. Excellent defense there by the Mile High Grizzlies. Now here comes your Pueblo Steel coming back out on the field. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun and an I formation. Some will call that a pistol, wouldn't they?
Yes, they were. This is a pistol formation, 2x2 formation.
Rolling out, looking for the pitch. Doesn't need to. Holds on. Finally gets rid of it. Gets a couple of extra yards out of that. Number 8, James Holland. And number 23, Lawrence Lucero. Looks for about a gain of 5 yards. Nice little pickup there on second.
Looked like they came out, Eric, in 2x2 formation, double-double, and ran a speed option to the right, to the short side of the field, away from the blitz, and picked up some nice yards.
Excellent. Yep, you're hired. I think you could be up here in the box all night if you wanted to. But I know you are the commissioner, and you've got other duties that need to be performed. All right, here we go again. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Still in a 3-4 defense, which is different for the Mile High Grizzlies. Normally go 3-5 with a single safety. But he pitches it forward. Incomplete pass. Gets away from the pressure. Doesn't lose any yardage on the play. But, yeah, usually in that 3-5 defense, they've only got a single safety. So, for some reason, they've moved over to a double safety position and running to a 3-4.
More than likely on probably from their last game, how Pueblo was probably playing offense on them. They probably went to a 2-shell look to give them some more added protection back deep.
Well, it seems it was helped on that drive because now we're at 4th and 5, and it looks like the Steel need to go for it. And in this stage of the game, I think it's a safe bet that they just don't have a punter.
Well, it's been working really effective for them, going for 4th downs with James Holland at quarterback using his scrambling abilities to get outside. And don't be surprised he go outside this time.
Yeah, just like Rashad said, he's using athleticism to move the ball forward. Throws it a little high to number 23. He got up as high as he could, but Lawrence Lucero just couldn't bring that ball down. That's going to be a turnover on downs for your Mile High Grizzly defense. And on comes E.J. Bogany and the boys and see what they can do against this Pueblo Steel defense. Now, you had the opportunity to go to the early game this afternoon, didn't you, Rashad?
Yes.
Now, that one was slated to be a pretty good matchup with the Colorado Spring Flames traveling all the way up to Englewood to play with the Colorado Cobras. How did that end up turning?
Well, it started off very competitive, and then the Flames, with some turnovers and some mental errors, the game got out of hand for the Cobras.
Did you have a final score report for us?
I think it came down to 39-6.
39-6. Nice block, but the flag is pulled out for it. So was it behind his shoulder or in front of his shoulder? I don't know. It was a hard block, but we'll see what the referees have got to say.
More than likely, they're going to probably call this a block in the back.
Yeah, you know what? When you've got that angle on a player, I think you have to be very aware of where your head is when you're going to make that block, whether it's in front of the shoulder pads or behind, whether you're going to get that flag or not. Am I correct?
You are correct. Anything above the shoulder, and without that, and helmet to helmet, is more than likely going to be hit for a target. And anything below, and the player doesn't have the opportunity to see you, and you blindside them, they will call that.
Excellent.
And it's due to safety protection.
Well, I know the CFC has always had that as one of the number one concerns for the last, 27 years. Am I correct on that number, Rashad?
Right now, we are in our 28th year.
28 years. And I believe that should make the Colorado Football Conference the longest-lasting semi-pro conference in the nation. And it's due to leadership like yourselves, Rashad. You're doing a great job this year and the past years. And on behalf of everybody, I'd like to say thank you for doing hard, working so hard for us to keeping this league going strong.
And Eric, it's paved the way through other commissioners, dedicated owners, and the players. And with us cleaning this up, we should be around alone a couple of years more, times 12.
Well, you've got 28 in you so far. I'm sure you got another 28 coming at least. Yeah. The Colorado Football Conference has grown leaps and bounds from where they started, and it's all due to direction of other commissioners just like you. And people don't realize what it takes to do that job, and it's a pretty busy seat that you sit in there, brother.
Well, you get shots fired at you from every angle, from the players, from the fans, and from the owners. You can't satisfy everyone, but that's the reason we have the bylaws, and if we go by rules and stuff and stay on steadfast, we should be good.
E.J. Bogany airs it up. He's got a man wide open. 27's trying to chase him down and brings him down. Big play by E.J. Bogany. I can't see the number on the player. Is that 12?
Yeah, 12.
Number 12, Ralph. Deep inside Pueblo Steel territory.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Today's roster is an alphabetical roster as opposed to a numbered roster, and I just don't see it. Oh, there it is. Eric Rouse made the big catch. So these numbers, you're going to have to give me some time to catch names to numbers on this one. If it was a numerical roster, I'd find it right away, but it's alphabetical, so I got to search and seek, so I apologize to everybody. Just be patient with me, and we'll get this going.
And on that play, Eric, probably what you saw was the quarterback buying time. Buying time, defense lose discipline, let the receiver get behind them. Instead of doing the scramble drill, got behind them and made a big play.
Here we are with another stacked formation, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. E.J. Bogany's rolling out to his left, finding some room in the middle, trying to find extra yardage. Finally gets brought down. Looks to be about a gain of 5 yards. Not a bad first and goal play right there by E.J. Bogany. Moving and grooving to try to find a hole to make through to get some yards. That's exactly what he did. But the Pueblo Steel defense finally put a stop to it. So here we are. Score is still 13-12. Grizzlies over the Steel with 9 minutes, 27 seconds left in the first half. And EJ and his boys are trying to figure out what they're going to be doing next. I'm going to let this play out while you and I talk about something that I think is pretty important. A lot of viewers have heard me say over the last few broadcasts about the Rocky Mountain Bowl. So why don't you take us a minute here, Rashad, and explain to us what you're envisioning here with the Rocky Mountain Bowl, what you guys plan on doing with that. Intercepted. I have to take over. He's taking it back. Finally gets knocked out of bounds. The Pueblo Steel defense holds up strong in their own backs, in the back of their own end zone, gets the turnover, and that's exactly what that defense needed right there. Sorry to bother you, or sorry to interrupt you with that, Rashad, but that was just an amazing play.
Well, right there was a perfect defensive play called for that offensive play right there. And as soon as the quarterback dropped back, he had a defensive guy right in his face, and he tried to throw the ball with him hanging on him and short-armed it, and it was intercepted.
And that was number 16, Justin McCash, straight out of Denver, all the way from Pueblo, making an interception in the back of the end zone and giving his team an opportunity to win this game. All right, so while they have the turnover on downs, I'll let this one play out, and let's go ahead and take a minute, Rashad, and talk about the Rocky Mountain Bowl. What are you envisioning there?
Rocky Mountain Bowl, like I was talking with the owners, we as the CFC, we've been around. We did our Battle of the Plains, and we needed to do something. The owners wanted to do something to solidify ourselves or put ourselves out there to where we could host something, and it came up with the Rocky Mountain Bowl. Fred Reeves and numerous of owners thought about it, put it on paper, presented it to us, and now what we have is on August 9th, Rocky Mountain Bowl, which will be our CFC champions playing the New Mexico champion on August 9th. And before that game, also, we will be bringing our All-Star game, which will be the CFC All-Stars playing the ADFL All-Stars prior to the championship game.
That is an awesome job of putting that together. Big run play, sweeping right, finally gets brought down. Nice yardage gained by number 33 of the Pueblo Steel, Cam Lewis. Big hole found. He went through there and busted out for extra yardage.
And Eric, on that play, that was a nice buck sweep. And just to help some of you fans out on a buck sweep is that when they spread them out in a trips formation and they pull the backside guard from the left and pull him to the right, and he kicks out, open a big hole. The Grizzlies over pursuit, and he busts up the middle.
Excellent offensive play there for the Pueblo Steel. Now, I think you've done a tremendous job of putting that Rocky Mountain Bowl together, especially putting an all-star game on before. Now, could you tell everybody where it is and what time the event's planned to start?
Well, right now we have to lock everything up, and pretty much it is locked up. But the championship game between the CFC champions and the New Mexico champions will be at Harrison Field, or Harrison Stadium in Colorado Springs at 7 o'clock. The All-Star game will be played at 2 o'clock at Harrison Field. Also, what we did lock up the Hotel Elegante.
Right.
And we got rooms available for fans, CFC fans, to book your rooms at a nice discounted price. We will have a nice banquet before. CFC champions and New Mexico champions will meet and greet right there, and all vendors will be there, and we're hoping to make this a nice inaugural season.
That's something I think that's could help the CFC now and in the future. It's a wonderful concept, and glad the CFC has finally put something together to represent themselves nationally. Good job, Rashad.
I would like to say thanks to the owners for putting our heads together and to make this work.
Indeed. Now, you know, a lot of people that are listening don't really understand the concept of the Colorado Football Conference, so maybe you can explain exactly how you operate with the CFC and the board of directors and such.
Well, first, how it works is the commissioner get voted in by the owners
Annually,
every year, and we have rules and guidelines. It is my job as the commissioner this year to make sure that we as owners follow the rules, and it's for me as the commissioner is to make sure we enforce the rules from the owners to the players.
Okay, so, and then just to iterate a little bit for you, there is an executive committee which consists of you as the commissioner, an assistant commissioner, a secretary, and a treasurer, and then the rest of the owners represent the board of directors.
That is correct.
And so people don't have any misconceptions. As the commissioner, do you make the rules for the league?
I'm gonna be real short and brief and to the point on this. My job, I do not tell owners, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna do it. It all comes from the owners. The owners vote. It is my job to make sure once the vote is passed, we go with it. It's not a dictatorship.
Good. That's exactly the point I was hoping that you would make on that. That this Colorado Football Conference is not going to make a movement based off the voice of one person.
Correct.
It's the board of directors, all the owners. Somebody will present an idea, and it's up for them to all vote on that idea as to whether it goes through or does not. All right, excellent. Let's get back to some football here. He's got trips to the right, and they jumped off a little bit, but there was no whistle. He might as well go deep, and he tries it, and it's incomplete. Yeah, that looks like they just jumped off sides. I didn't see any false start, and there was no whistle. But it looks like everybody kind of froze on that play.
Usually on that plays like that, Eric, you got a free play. Take advantage of your free play. If you throw a pick, it's going to come back anyway. You get the ball back.
That's correct. And it looks like James Holland tried to do that. He just couldn't make the connection.
Did they give him a first down?
That's a very good question. It'd be a 5-yard penalty. So I think that's what the referee's trying to figure out now. So let's see how after they walk it off if it's enough for the first down. And I think it's short by 1 yard. Am I right? It is.
No, he's going to call a timeout.
So, looks like they're going to measure, huh? Is he calling the chains out?
Yes. It looked like it.
Rashad, why did they move the box? Oh, because the referee's got it on his hand right there. The referee is acting as the down box, the line of scrimmage marker, because he's got it on his hand. So, what do you think, Rashad? Is it short or do they make it?
It's first down.
First down play, and he stretches it out. The referee takes a gander, and it's a first down for the Pueblo Steel. Nice call there, buddy.
Bifocals work.
The only man in the world to have trifocal contacts, I think. All right, now we're going to come back here to some football. It's been great having you in here, Rashad. I appreciate you being in here with me, buddy.
Hey, no problem. This is probably my first time just getting out. Besides doing football, it's nice to relax and just come watch football.
All right, the Steel comes out in a shotgun formation, 3 to the left, 1 to the right, protection in the backfield. It looks like the blitz is coming from the right side, and Holland rolls out, tries to find somebody. He had an open receiver, just could not connect on it. He was on the run. The pressure was coming from his backside. But I tell you what, I'm very impressed by the mobility of number 5, James Holland. He seems to be... Wait a minute, that's not James Holland. That's number 5 is Mike Hawkins. So it looks like it doesn't matter which quarterback they got in there. That guy's got mobility, huh?
Hey, 5, 8, 16, they all can move.
Yeah, they've definitely got some speed over here. And to me, it seems to me that the Pueblo Steel are very disciplined. They execute their plays pretty well. All right, so here we go. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 3-4 defense. Fakes the pump to the left, finds somebody, and it is intercepted. Number 4, Marcus Miller's trying to make something happen. Gets wrapped up. Marcus Miller, middle linebacker for the Mile High Grizzlies, gets the turnover. That's what the Grizzly defense. So one turnover leads to another turnover, and that's some defensive football going on right now.
And right now, it looked like the exact same game that they had in Pueblo 3 weeks ago. Close game, moving down the field, turnovers keeping the guys from making any significant moves.
Did you say New Mexico? You did say New Mexico.
I said significant.
Oh, I thought you said they were in last time they played in Pueblo, correct?
Pueblo, correct.
Yeah, there you go. All right, with 6 minutes, 44 seconds left on the clock, we still have Mile High Grizzlies 13, Pueblo Steel 12, and E.J. Bogey's in the backfield. He's sacking him to the right and 1 to the left. Looking for that snap. He rolls out to his right and gets pressured, falls back for a screen. Immediately tackled on the play by number 32. That's what it looks like to me. Chad Halvey sniffs that play out, brings him down. Gain of nothing on the play. Well-disciplined play by your defensive lineman. That's what's called staying at home, isn't it?
Exactly. As a matter of fact, it looked like they've been watching film because as soon as the offensive line let them go, the whole defensive line stopped and was right down the play.
Well, you know what? I think that's almost what they have to do with the mobility that E.J. Bogney has been bringing to the table today with his rollouts right, his rollouts left, his rolls in the middle. If you over-pursue, the guy can get away from you. All right, so here we go. Another same formation. 3 stacked to the right, 1 to the left. And there's that 4-3 defense by the Pueblo Steel. EJ's got time. He's trying to move forward with his feet. Decides to tuck and run and brought down by number 32 of the Pueblo Steel, Chad Halvey. Making plays, Chad is today. But that was still a pretty good gain on second down. That's going to bring us to 3rd and 2 yards, it looks like. Yeah, 3rd and 2 on the play. So big 3rd down play coming up here for the Mile High Grizzlies.
Eric, you know, that's probably right now EJ's 8th run of the first half.
You know, his athleticism does bring a lot to the table for this Mile High Grizzly offense. I mean, not only do they have weapons at receivers or weapons at running backs, but when you've got a weapon like E.J. Bogney who can use his feet and use his arm to move that ball, it makes it tough to defend against.
Well, he's using his legs and being really athletic.
Hand off up the middle. Finally gets brought down, makes a 3-yard gain. That's enough for a Mile High Grizzly first down, and the chains will be on the move.
You know, and as a defense, when you got a nice running back and a mobile quarterback who can move too, it kind of, you have to have your discipline. You have to be real disciplined.
Very true. And it looks like the Pueblo Steel have been trying to do that pretty much this half.
Well, both teams are seeing the same thing. It's like a mirror of one another, scrambling quarterbacks.
Yep, you're very right. You're very right. All right, back to the old formation there. They're stacking 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. EJ scanning out the defense, see what he can find. But look at that 4-3. They put those linebackers on the outside, and E.J. Bogney rolls out. He's trying to find something. Uses his feet, gets knocked out of bounds. Gain of about 4 yards, maybe 5. EJ's using his feet to make a difference in this game today.
Knocked out at the 49-yard line. 32nd and 5 for
So now we're at 4 minutes, 28 seconds. Still 13-12. Grizzlies over the Steel. Now, one thing that we could talk about, Rashad, while we let this play develop is the Colorado Football Conference has 5 teams this year. How is it that you're establishing the playoff scenarios?
Right now, with 5 teams, we go into seedings. And the top 4 out of the 5 will make the playoffs.
Regardless of divisions.
Regardless of divisions, even though we don't have divisions this year. And so right now, 1 would play 4, 2 would play 3. Nice throw.
And nice completion by number 80. I think that's Lance Wilson, if I remember correctly. No, that's Brandon Wigley. Sorry about that. But E.J. Bogan, he shows that he can sit in the pocket and he can make a throw as well. He's not just a mobile quarterback. He can throw the ball from inside his protection.
Nice arm strength on that play. He's got there real quick.
Yep, nice frozen rope there to number 80, and that gives the Mile High Grizzlies another first down. And the Grizzlies are driving the ball with 3 minutes, 43 seconds left on the clock in the first half.
Yeah,
So that'll be a very interesting scenario. So let me ask you this much. How do you determine home field advantage?
Well, right now, with the gentleman's agreement and just with the owners just talking, since we eliminated the division since the Cyclones left our league, the Foothill supposed to host, which the Foothill consisted of the Flames, the Cyclones, Pueblo Steel. If the Flames make it to the championship, they would host it. Any team that come out, if the let me do it to say it this way:
okay,
the Flames or the Steel make it to the championship, they will host.
I got it. And then otherwise, if that doesn't happen, it's just the highest seed.
The highest seed
will host. That's a very great. I guess it would be highest seed.
It'd be the highest seed.
If both teams make it, the highest seed would host it.
Still make it.
All right, so there's a timeout on the play with 2 minutes 45 seconds left. How interesting they call a timeout with 45 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. But it's still 13-12. Grizzlies over the Cobras.
Oh, to me, philosophy, yeah. Sometimes clock management, but even though you got 2:45, you call a timeout. You want to make sure everybody's on the same page, where you can put yourself in a position to get a score.
Indeed. And at this late of the game, and if you're the Mile High Grizzlies, and with it only being a 1-point game, scoring right now in this last drive is very important going into the locker rooms. So maybe taking advantage of the time as much as you can is a really good idea.
You have to get points on the board when the opportunity is given to you. You have to get points. Because right now, if the Grizzlies don't score, it's a win for Pueblo.
Well, definitely in this second quarter, it's been a very defensive-minded battle. I mean, turnovers after turnovers. Yardage has been given up, but scores haven't really been put up. So, except for at the beginning of the second quarter, there was one touchdown, and there hasn't been one since.
Correct.
All right, so here comes EJ. Now, going with the same, it looks like 3 stacked to the right, 1 to the left. Pueblo Steel got 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers, and the blitz comes, and it works! Sack on the play made by number 27 of the Pueblo Steel. Big-time play by Dan Lamberson. They switched the defense from the 4-3 to a 3-4, bring the pressure where EJ wasn't expecting it, brings them down for a big loss in the play. Looking at 3rd and long with 2 minutes, 22 seconds ticking on the clock.
And Eric, on that play right there, it was a nice delayed blitz with the D-tackle cutting across, occupying the guard and the guard in the center. The center had his head turned, and the blitzing linebacker shot right between them to get in free and make the sack.
Excellent play by the Pueblo Steel defense, and we're blowing the whistle. That is the 2-minute warning. And as they take a break, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you. Thank you for watching the ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And we are back after the 2-minute warning. E.J. Bogany has got 3rd and long. So he sends 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And the Pueblo Steel look like 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers, 2 safeties. It's a chess match, and there's the snap. The blitz is coming from the outside. E.J.'s feeling the pressure by number 84. Throws across his body. Incomplete. The pressure did its job. It looks like we've got a man down for the steal. Didn't see what happened, but there are no flags on the play, and he looks hurt.
And we on that play, the Grizzlies came out in 2-by-2 receiver formation, 2 receivers on the left, 2 receivers on the right, with the quarterback rolling.
Looks like Stadium Medical is on the scene. For those who don't know it, Stadium Medical is our contracted EMTs for each of the home games for the Colorado Football Conference. Proud to have them as a vendor and a sponsor, and glad they're here to take care of this player that looks pretty bad down there on the field.
And Eric, on that note, it is imperative, and maybe that's why we've been around so long. It is about player safety, and we need some first responders here to help us when somebody goes down, instead of, we get Lil John, Uncle Sam to come out and pretend to be doctors, and then we have a little incident that could come back for on us.
It seems to be severe enough that he's getting carried off the field. That is number 60 of the Pueblo Steel, Jeremy Chavez. Hoping for the best for him. We'll see what Stadium Medical can do to help him out. So once he gets back off, we're going to give the Pueblo Steel lineman time to get back on the field. And it looks like he's favoring his left leg. And it looked like he was holding that knee a little bit as well. Oh, yeah, tough. All right, well, the Grizzlies come out of the formation before the Pueblo Steel players are ready, but the referees are holding the ball, giving the Pueblo Steel time to recover after the injury. So here we go. We've got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Forefront there for the Pueblo Steel. EJ lifts it up there, and it is caught inbounds. Short of the first down on 4th down. That will be a turnover on downs for the Pueblo Steel. Wait a minute, why are the chains going there? Are they giving the first down?
Well, they gave it to them.
They gave them the first down. We thought that they were short, but the referees had a better view of it, and that's a first down play from E.J. Bogany to number 80, Brandon Wigley.
Had plenty of time and make the throw.
And the clock's still ticking with 1 minute, 31 seconds left to go. He's got 3 stacked to the right, 1 to the left, 3 down linemen, and here comes the blitz. Let somebody through. Looks like a screen play to number 14. He's got blockers in front of him. He's using them. Scooting in. Touchdown, Mile High Grizzlies. Number 14, Chad Carey with the touchdown. Screen play. They blitz to the left. They screen to the left. That's the chess match. A lucky offensive call against the lucky break of the defense.
Exactly, and they've been running that play, rolling the quarterback out, and pretty much Pueblo went to sleep on that play, and they finally got him.
That's just one of those perfect offenses against the perfect defense to put a big scoring drive finished up there. And looks like we're going to go try for the extra point kick here. Make sure the personnel's right, and it looks good. And they're settling down. He asks for the ball. He gets snapped. It's down. It's up, and it is good. So that puts the score at Mile High Grizzlies 20. Pueblo Steel 12 with 1 minute, 18 seconds left in the first half. So this will be a very interesting drive here for the Pueblo Steels with 1 minute, 18 left. After giving up a touchdown, you got to score, I think, and you got to score quick.
Well, after you're giving up a touchdown, you want to see how the card's going to fall right now. You want to see where you're going to be at on the field off your return. And then you call a little safe little play to get you something. And then if you got more time, then you be aggressive.
Well, it's interesting that you bring up this return because I've had the privilege to call a number of Grizzly games this year, and I haven't seen one other team this year kick out of bounds on purpose as much as the Mile High Grizzlies have this season. So I don't think it's that they've got a concern about their own players on special teams, but there's just so many strong weapons at kick returners in the Colorado Football Conference that it might not be a bad decision to do something like that.
Anything to keep the momentum going.
So let's see what they decide to do here. They're going to kick it out of bounds. They're going to let a return happen, and they're squibbing it. Gives it to the blocker, number 26, looking to do something. Gets brought down quickly. So that stops the clock with 1 minute, 12 seconds left in the first half. And it's Mile High Grizzlies 20, Pueblo Steel 12. So they bring James Holland back out. And number 8, James Holland, is coming out to the field. They had switched him out previously. And number 5 is coming off. So it'll be interesting what James Holland can bring to the table here to move this ball down to get them in scoring position.
And right now, what formation they going to give us? More than likely, they're going to give us 4 receiver, 2 by 2.
That's exactly what we got going. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. In that pistol formation, and a shotgun with the running back behind him. Fades back, quick hitch out to number 15, is met up immediately by number 34 of the Grizzlies. Doesn't look like he gained an inch on that. And that's Lamont Love on the tackle, stopping that play immediately. Still inbounds, 55.5 seconds left on the clock. And the Pueblo still decided to huddle. And now we're locked down to 48 seconds and ticking. James Holland's trying to put something together. I think all they can do is really air it out if they want to score. Am I right?
Yeah, right now, he's just seeing what they got right now. And he's taking a shot right now.
Oh, it's that incompletion. Will stop the clock with 33.9 seconds. He pump fakes it to his right to the similar receiver that was there on the previous play, and then goes deep and just cannot make the connection. It was man-on-man coverage down there,
basically, what it was is that it was a fake the quick screen to the outside receiver with the inside receiver running a wheel route behind, trying to get the safety to come up hard to play the quick screen, and so he can get behind the safety. And Steve Height stayed back, and it benefited the Grizzlies on that play.
Now, I didn't see Rashad. Did you see who called the timeout there?
I did not, and
it would have been smart. It had to have been the Pueblo Steel. Why would the Grizzlies call a timeout right now? They want that clock to tick. So maybe I should mention that Doug Kenyon and his staff of the Pueblo Steel are trying to put together a plan to find a way to score here. And here comes the Grizzlies defense. And the Pueblo Steel are showing their hand early, and it's the same formation they've had. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, protection in the backfield. James Holland is looking for the snap. He gets it, rolls out to his left, fakes back inside, and the pressure's coming. He's got to get rid of it, and he does. That stops the clock with 28.5 seconds left.
And 4th down.
Yeah, that brings it to 4th and 10. Big 4th down play here for the Pueblo Steel if they want to capitalize on this possession with only 28.5 seconds left in the first half.
And more than likely, they probably going to keep James Holland in, act like they're going for it, and get him to come up. And he punted the ball away.
Rashad's wearing the all-seeing eye today. He's predicting the future, so let's see if he's correct or not. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. It's playing right out the way Rashad said it would. He's waiting for the snap. Here he comes. Rashad called it. Punts it down the field to eat the clock up. Nobody's going to recover because we just want this half to end. But there's still too much time on the clock. The refs are going to have to whistle it dead with 16.9 seconds left. Well, look at Rashad go. Where do you keep that crystal ball, bud? Back pocket or front pocket?
DVD deck at home.
Yeah. You've seen that before from these guys, have you? Definitely a heads-up call there by Rashad Ray, commissioner, coach, and fortune teller. Future reader. All right, so tell me here, Mr. All-Seeing Eye here, are they going to kneel and take the victory formation, or are they going to try and score again with 16.9 seconds left on the clock?
With the lead, more than likely they probably just sit on it and do a nice running play.
Well, the Pueblo Steel are prepared for any situation. They didn't go victory formation. They definitely went shotgun, and they've got 3 stock to the left, 1 to the right, and you've got deep safeties here for the Pueblo Steel. So it looks like the Mile High Grizzlies might try something. He asks for the snap. He gets it. Hands the ball off, runs up the middle. Brought down immediately by number 19 of the Pueblo Steel. That is Nick Talby. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, but that'll be enough to run the clock out. That is the end of the first half. It's 20 for the Mile High Grizzlies, 12 for the Pueblo Steel. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And Rashad, thank you very much for spending this first half with us.
Hey, thanks, guys. And also I would like to say thanks, Scott, you and Colorado Sports TV for being a big part of the CFC and making this season a success. Thank you.
Excellent. So we'll return for the second half. Thank you for watching. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. We've got the featured game of the week, the Mile High Grizzlies at home against the Pueblo Steel. It's 20-12, Grizzlies over Steel, and we're about to start the second half. I tell you what, I am pretty impressed with the way both defenses have been playing so far, especially the Pueblo Steel. Now, when you talk to their owner and head coach, Doug Kenyon, he talks about the travel. He says, it's not that big a deal. It's a 3-4 hour drive, no big deal. But to convince 60 guys to make that trip can be difficult to do. And with the guys that they brought up here from Pueblo, they're doing a heck of a job staying in this game. It's only an 8-point spread right now. And the Pueblo Steel will be kicking off to the Grizzlies to start the second half. And I can't quite see the numbers on the returners from here, so we'll see what happens here on the kickoff as the Pueblo Steel makes some late substitutions here. And here he goes, and the second half has begun. Squibb kicks it down the middle. It's recovered. He's looking for an open lane. Cutting out to the outside. Finally gets pushed out of bounds. That was number 6 of the Grizzlies on the return. Mondo Delgado Jr. on the return. It's going to give the Mile High Grizzlies a pretty good start here for the second half as far as field position is concerned. And it looks like they're going to spot it like right at the 50. And that's, I apologize, looks like it's at the 49, so just inside the 50. And the Grizzlies take possession inside the Steel territory to start the second half. All right, so E.J. Bogany brings his boys out of the huddle. And he's spreading them 3 to the right in a stacked formation, 1 to the left. And looks like the Steel are still in a 3 front, so it looks like a 3-4. He's got time, throws it to number 7. It is incomplete. That was a timing pattern, and it looked like the timing wasn't there. The receiver wasn't ready for the ball when it got there. That's going to take us to 2nd and 10. And we'll see what the E.J. Bogany and their new offensive coordinator, owner and now offensive coordinator of the Mile High Grizzlies, Keith Koger. And he's this is the second game as offensive coordinator, and they're putting up points. I mean, they got 20 points in this game, and they put up a lot of points in the last game. So going from an owner to a coach is a difficult thing to do, but looks like he's been doing pretty good with it. And here's your spread formation, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, shotgun formation. Looks like blitz is coming up the middle, is picked up. EJ rolls out, he makes the connection, brought down immediately by number 27 of the Pueblo Steel. That's Dan Lamberson. Now, Doug Kenyon caught me at halftime. He told me of a number change, but for the life of me right now, I cannot remember. So let me tell you now, if I call the wrong name based off of the number, I apologize. It was only 1 jersey change. So just bear with me as we go through this here. EJ brings him out of huddle on 3rd and 2. He stacks him to the left, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation, 3 down linemen there for the Pueblo Steel. And they've got 2 safeties in there. He's rolling out to his left, looking for some blockers, and he's got him. But immediately caught at the line, pushed out of bounds. Good defensive play by number 27 of the Pueblo Steel, Dan Lamberson. 2 big plays in a row for that kid, doing what he needs to do, and that brings up 4th down. And number 11 comes onto the field for the Mile High Grizzlies. But EJ's still in there, so they may be going for it or they may be punting. We're going to have to see what they do here. EJ's looking at his wrist like they've got a play called, so I think they're going to go for it on 4th down. It looks about 4th and 5. Big 4th down play here for the Mile High Grizzlies. Pueblo Steel defense definitely needs to step up right here to get a turnover on downs, and he's going to spread them in that stacked formation, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. We've got 3 down linemen for the Pueblo Steel. The snap, he's rolling to his right. Oh, incomplete. He hits his receiver right in the chest. The receiver couldn't, that's number 1, Siavash, couldn't come down with it. That's a turnover on downs for your Pueblo Steel defense. And onto the field is number 8, James Holland, the athletic quarterback for the Pueblo Steel. And let's see what this offense can put together. We've already seen quite a bit of defense at the end of the first half, and let's see if this defensive battle continues here. As James Holland brings them out, he's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right in a shotgun formation. And looks like the Grizzlies are in a 3-4. Hands it up to the middle. He finds some room. He breaks out to the outside. He's got a blocker ahead of him. He puts on the speed, cuts back inside. Finally gets brought down. Big gain on the play by number 23, Loris Lucero, making a big gain on first down for the Pueblo Steel. And let's see, it looks like they're spotting him like about the 27-yard line. Make that the 28-yard line. Nice gain up the middle. He finds room. Once he goes through the middle, he finds room to his right and gains extra yardage. And here comes the Pueblo Steel offense, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Snap is there. Fake handoff to the left. Pump fakes it, goes deep. Knocked down on the play. It looked like number 23 of the Grizzlies made that play. 25. Sorry about that. My eyes aren't as good as the camera's eyes. And I can't find number 25 on their roster, but nice defensive play to break up that pass. They fake the run up the middle again, and then he pump fakes a quick pass to the left and looks for it deep, and the defense is there to knock it down. Great defensive play. So he's spreading them out again, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation, pistol, it looks like. He's looking to his left, he's looking to his right, now he decides to roll out. He's going to keep it. He cuts in, cuts back outside. There's a flag on the play. Brought down, nice gain, but let's see what that flag is going to do. In most cases, when a quarterback tends to scramble outside, somebody's usually holding. And let's see what the white hat decides to call on this. They're having a conversation trying to figure it out. The Grizzlies seem happy with it, and they're moving that ball backwards, so it was holding against the offense. That negates the athletic play made by number 8, James Holland. I'm just going to push him backwards and put him to second and long, and the clock is going to run with 12 minutes, 24 seconds in the third quarter. And they break the huddle, and he's still spreading them out. He's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. And the Grizzlies are in a 3 front. Looks like they're still with the 3-4 with 2 safeties. Snap is there. He's looking to his right. He pumps it, throws it deep, and it's just not there. The pass was a little low, and the timing might have been off because it seems like the ball got there before he was out of his cut. And that's going to take us to a big 3rd and long play. Interesting to be in this position at 3rd and long where you are after you've had a pretty good drive so far, but that's what defensive football is all about. You can bend, but just don't break, and that's exactly what the Mile High Grizzly defense is doing right now. So James Holland is spreading them out. He's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Same defensive formation, 3-4 for the Grizzlies. Looks to his left. He decides to scramble. Moves back outside to his left. He can still throw it. He looks for it deep. Connection made. Flag on the play. I wonder what that referee saw. That should be enough for a first down, depending on the penalty, as the white hat runs over to see what the call was. Great athleticism again displayed by number 8, James Holland. He looked like he was going to run forward, saw orange jerseys, decided to cut back inside, so he rolls out left, sees orange jerseys, he puts on the brakes, finds somebody open, hits him with the ball. But let's see what this referee decides to call here. Doesn't look like the Grizzlies are very happy. We've got defensive holding. That'll be a first down. So that must be a yardage after the penalty on that. Because I would think that they could either decline it or accept it. But interesting spot. Yeah, they're gonna look at that spot of the ball again. The referee blows the whistle to stop the clock. So let's see what they're trying to figure out here. Yeah, they're trying to figure out exactly where that spot should be. Are they going to assess the yardage on the penalty at the spot of the foul? No, if they left the ball right where it's at, well, the referee's having a conversation with the offense. And the box is still out there at the 47-yard line. I'm sorry, 30. That's not the 47. That's the 34-yard line. So the down marker hasn't changed, and it probably shouldn't until they figure out exactly what they're doing. And I'm not the only one confused, as offensive coordinator and owner of the Mile High Grizzlies, Keith Koger, is out there trying to talk to the referees to figure out what's going on. He says holding against the defense. First down, Pueblo. Well, I thought we had determined that, but I guess we're... So we're going to have 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. And James Holland comes out with a different spread formation. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation. Clock is now running with 11 minutes, 55 seconds left. He has to roll outside due to pressure. He's looking for somebody to be open. He just makes a heads-up play. He knows he doesn't have anybody open. The pressure's coming. Instead of taking a loss on a sack, he gets rid of the ball by throwing it out of bounds. It also stops the clock. Heads-up play by James Holland. And that puts us at 2nd and 10 for the Pueblo Steel. Deep inside the Grizzly territory. And the clock is stopped with 11 minutes, 46 seconds. It is still Grizzlies 20, Pueblo Steel 12. And Holland brings them out of the huddle, going with that same formation. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun pistol, running back behind him. 3 down linemen for the Grizzlies, and he's rolling left. Pitches it out to his running back, trying to find an open seam. Fights for extra yardage. Finally gets brought down. Good carry on the play by number 33 of the Pueblo Steel. That is Cam Lewis. And let's see where they spot that. It's going to put about 3rd and 4 for the Pueblo Steel. So again, it looks like the Grizzly defense, they're bending, but they don't seem to want to break. But I think James Holland might have something to say about that as he breaks them out of the huddle. Goes 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Looks like he's going to be in shotgun with the running back to his right. 3 down linemen for the Grizzlies and a 3-4 defense. The Grizzlies look like they want to pressure, and here comes Marcus Miller. Nope, they get him blocked up. He throws the ball to the corner. He throws it out of bounds. Unable to catch it as anybody. It is high and out. That brings us to 4th down here for the Pueblo Steel. Don't know if they've got a kicker that can make that field goal. But James Holland is staying in the huddle, so it looks like they will be going for it on 4th down. As the Grizzlies make some late substitutions on defense. And here comes James Holland spreading 3 to the left on the far side, 1 to the right on the short side. He's scanning the defense. It looks like he's ready. No, he's still looking at him. He spreads the guy out further. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Moves out to his right. Throws the ball low. That is a turnover on downs by the Mile High Grizzlies. That's 2 turnover on downs in a row in this series. One by the Grizzlies and then another one by the Steel. That keeps us locked at 20-12. Grizzlies over the Steel with 10 minutes, 46 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And on the field comes E.J. Bogany and the boys. And let's see what they've got put together here. Well, looking from here, it looks like the Steel are going to stay in a 3 down lineman front. Yeah, but it's wow, interesting defense. But EJ's got a spread 2 to the left, 2 to the right. He takes a snap. He rolls out to his right a little bit, looking to find the open man, and it is knocked down. The receiver had a hand on it, but pressure on the receiver forces the incomplete pass, and that's going to make it 2nd and 10 for the Mile High Grizzlies. Now, I've said it before, and I mean it, one of my favorite kind of football games is a defensive battle, and that's exactly what we've got going on here with the Grizzlies and the Steel. A lot of defense. So let's see what EJ has up his sleeve here. Now that we're at 10 minutes, 41 seconds on the clock for the third quarter, and he breaks them out. Man, it looks like he's going to stack them again. He is. He's got 3 receivers stacked to the right on the far side, 1 to the left on the short side. And the Pueblo Steel are bringing pressure up the middle. Cut outside is a handoff. He makes extra yardage. That was number 14 on the carry for the Mile High Grizzlies. That's Chad Carey, and that's enough for a Grizzlies first down. I got to admit, I was a little confused on that play. I thought the quarterback held the ball. I didn't actually see him hand it off to Chad Carey, and neither did the Steel, and that's why he probably got a first down on that play.
I thought he dropped it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly how that happened. All right, so 1st and 10. Looks like they're spotting the ball right about the 37-yard line. And with an 8-point lead, the Grizzlies are probably going to try to eat as much clock as they can. But what do I know? They're shotgun formation. They got stacked 3 to the right, 1 to the left. And it looks like the Steel are ready to bring it up. They put pressure up the middle. Oh, and they run up the middle against it. Gain of about 5 or 6. Yeah, looks like a good 5-yard gain on the carry. So that's going to make it second and 5 for the Mile High Grizzlies. Pretty good start to this drive here for the Mile High Grizzlies with E.J. Bogany and his buddies just moving the ball down the field. Exactly what they need to be doing. Now that we've got 9 minutes, 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Long huddle. But the referees haven't started their play call motions yet. So they're taking advantage of every second that they've got, and that's exactly what they need to do, is kill some clock. EJ stacks 3 to the far side, 1 to the short side. He's trying to audible to his receiver. Looks like the communication has been made, and look at the pressure coming up from the Steel. And it does the job. Number 19 of the Pueblo Steel blitzes right in there, breaks up that play in the backfield. That is Nick Talby. I'm sorry again, buddy, if I'm missaying your name, but I can't. Thank you. That helps me out a bunch. Yeah, it is. No, it's Tybee. I'm just going to call you Nick, buddy. That's easier to pronounce. So, good defensive play by Nick on that to wrap him up in the backfield. It looks like they lost about 4 yards on the play, 3 yards on the play. So back to the formation. 3 stacked to the right, 1 to the left. And it looks like pressure's coming from the outside for the Steel. Faked it. Still up the middle. Tries to get his hands on Bogany. Bogany gets it off and it's completed. And finally brought down. That's going to be a first down play. E.J. Bogany to number 11 of the Mile High Grizzlies. That's Reginald Robinson. So the pressure comes twice for EJ, and he's got the athleticism to sidestep them both and makes a heads-up play, finding the open receiver, getting the ball right where it needs to be, and that results in a first down for the Mile High Grizzlies. It's 1st and 10 with 8 minutes, 3 seconds left in the third quarter. And here comes EJ Bogany and the boys. And it looks like the same formation. We're going to stack 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation, 3 linemen for the Steel. And here comes the blitz up the middle. And EJ saw it. He's going to hold on to it. He's trying to make something happen. Gains good yardage. In spite of the pressure, makes about a 5-yard run on there. That looked to me like to be a bit of a run option. He could have either handed it or kept it. He decided to keep it. And it was probably a smart move since all that pressure was coming straight up the middle. And he rolls to his left. Gets 5 yards, takes us to 2nd and 5, and the Mile High Grizzlies offense is on the move. And another long huddle for the Mile High Grizzlies. And it looks like the Pueblo Steel are ready for him, and he breaks them out and go into the same formation. 3 stacked receivers to the right and 1 to the left. He likes what he sees. He's asking for the ball, and he gets it and pitches it outside to the right. Finds a hole up the middle, cuts back outside, finally gets wrapped up. That was a whole lot of running to gain 1 yard, but that is the name of the game. Every inch counts in this sport. And E.J. Bogany found a way to gain 1 more yard on the play, so that's going to take us to 3rd and about 4. So big 3rd down play here for the Mile High Grizzlies. They want to keep this ball rolling and give this offense a chance to score. So substitutions made, and onto the field comes number 40 of the Mile High Grizzlies, which is Ron Barrett Jr. So let's see what kind of difference that'll make here. I'm going to assume it's going to make a formation change, and it is. And it looks like EJ is going to go under center, and they've got themselves a fullback, tight ends, receivers left and right. He's got 4 yards to gain on 3rd down, and the Pueblo Steel defense creeps up. They think they know what's coming, and here comes the pressure. Pitches it outside. He's trying to find an open hole. He's cutting back to his outside. He's got the 1st down, and then a little bit more. Finally shoved out of bounds by number 80 of the Pueblo Steel. That is Antoine Cherry, and the Mile High Grizzly offense is moving the ball down the field, eating time off the clock. That puts us to 5 minutes, 48 seconds left. A very time-consuming drive by the Mile High Grizzlies, and they are up by 8 points right now, and that's exactly what they need to do, is eat as much clock as they can, but they want it to result in a scoring opportunity, that's for sure. Because they've already seen what James Holland and the Pueblo Steel offense can do, so you want to keep the ball out of his hand as much as you can. And that's what they're doing. Now look at this formation here. They've got a tight end to the right, receivers right and left, max protection with 2 running backs in the backfield. DJ scanning the defense, asks for the ball, hands it off to the running back. He makes a cut, jumps up, spins out of bounds. Little bit of a gain, looks about 1 yard at the most, a 1 yard gain. And then spinning out of bounds stops that clock with 5 minutes, 9 seconds. And if you're trying to eat some clock, that running back needs to be heads up and try to stay in bounds. But now that they've got the box set, they're going to go ahead and spin the clock anyway. So it's going to continue ticking with 5 minutes, 3 seconds left now in this 3rd quarter. And then EJ breaks the huddle. And staying with that max protection. Tied in to the right. 1 receiver right, 1 left. Max protection. Yeah, he's calling out that defense. I think he's got an idea. He fakes the handoff, fades back, rolls out to his left. It almost gets wrapped up. He's trying to make something there. He has to roll back right. Just throws it up in the air, out of bounds. Another heads-up play by E.J. Bogany, but he paid the price. Somebody took him down pretty hard there. But he didn't do much damage except for maybe maneuver his knee back, because that's all he needed to do. He popped right back up. So another athletic performance displayed by E.J. Bogany. He felt the pressure, rolled to his left, found more pressure, rolled back to his right, and then he realized, hey, I can't take a sack here. I'll just throw the ball away. But it did stop the clock. So it's 4 minutes, 34 seconds left, and it's 3rd and 10. So another big 3rd down play on this drive for E.J. Bogany. And then they stay in that max protection, tied into the right. Receivers left and right. Takes the snap, fades back. The protection's there, but they finally come through, releases the ball. Ball seemed to go through the receiver's hand. He had the height to get it, but the ball went right through there. That'll take us to 4th down. And let's see, they've already gone from him 4th today. Let's see if, looks like E.J. Bogany, is he going off the field or is he staying on? No, he's coming off. So, a good job of eating the clock by the Mile High Grizzly offense. But now, wait a minute. It looked like E.J. was walking off the field, and he's walking back on, and he's coming into the huddle. So, they could punt from the quarterback position. Or he might be able to pull something out here, 4th and 10. So let's look at this formation. Same formation. Tied in on his right side. Receivers right and left. Max protection. They're going for the 4th down. He's fading back. He's looking for something. He rolls to his right. Finally lets go of the ball. It is caught by number 19. And that is a 1st down for the Mile High Grizzlies. Big 4th down play from number 8. E.J. Bogany to number 19. Let me find your name here, buddy. Yeah, I don't see a 19 on this roster. I apologize. Yes, I do. It's Mickey Shicely. You're going to be Mickey. Good job, Mickey, on that play to keep this drive alive on 4th and 10. EJ does what he has to do, gets the ball right where it needs to be. Mickey makes the play, gets extra yardage, and it's 1st and 10 by the Grizzlies with 4 minutes, 2 seconds left on the clock. They are doing exactly what they need to do. So now the Grizzlies go back to the older formation here with 3 stacked receivers to the left, 1 to the right, running back in the middle, and EJ's going to keep it. He's running out to his left side, looking for blockers, breaking tackles. Oh, it finally gets brought down. Not much of a gain. Actually, it doesn't look like they're going to give him any gain. No, we've got another injury on the field. It looks like a Mile High Grizzly is down, and yeah, he seems to be hurting pretty bad as our EMT comes out of the field to check on him. Again, a big thank you to Stadium Medical, official EMT provider for the Colorado Football Conference. He gets up, but he's limping pretty good. That's number 80. Still got a gimp in his giddy up, but he's powering himself off the field there. That is Brandon Wigley for the Mile High Grizzlies. And by the time he gets to the sideline, he's trotting pretty good. So hopefully not too serious, and it doesn't look to be. Now we're at 3 minutes, 37 seconds. Grizzlies still up by 8, 20-12. As EJ Bogany comes in the huddle looking at his wristband. But let's see what he decides to do with this offense at 2nd and 10. On the balls on the 24-yard line. No, I'm sorry, 23-yard line. Okay, so they're going to stack 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. We've seen this formation plenty of times today. EJ scanning that defense. He must like what he sees because he's asking for the ball, and he gets it. Fakes the handoff, running outside to his right, breaking tackles, finally brought down for a short gain. Tackle on the play made by number 19 of the Pueblo Steel. That is Nick again, making plays for this defense. That's going to take us to 3rd and, oh my goodness, they didn't even give him 1 yard. Nick comes up with a big stand. Now it's 3rd and 10 as the down marker didn't even move 1 inch on that play. So a lot of running around for EJ that results in 0 yards. So now it's time to pull the rabbit out of his hat. Let's see what he does. He's stacking the offense again. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Fans want this Pueblo Steel defense. They've traveled a long way to see a victory, and they're asking for it. Blitz up the middle. He's getting pressured. Dumps it off to the running back, and it hits the ground. That takes us to 4th and 10. EJ just could not make the connection, and he's walking off the sideline talking to his offensive coordinator. So let's see if he goes back on the field or if they decide to. Nope, EJ's coming back out. Here's another defensive opportunity for the Pueblo Steel. They've already given up quite a bit of time because now there's only 2 minutes, 11 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The Grizzlies have been eating the clock. It is time for the Pueblo Steel to step it up on defense and cause this turnover on downs. 4th and 10, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, shotgun formation, and we're going to call a timeout. And it looks like the coach from the Pueblo Steel was very unhappy with what he saw. He's trying to make some changes. So timeout on the field made by the Pueblo Steel. And as they take a break, I'm going to take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. Okay, and I'm back had to take a pause to get some fluids down my throat. Now that I've done that, we're going to see what EJ can do here on 4th down. Again, the Pueblo still need to make a stop if they want to stay in this game. It's still an 8-point game, 20-12. Grizzlies over the Steel. The fans are asking for some defense, and let's see if the Steel provide it. The handoff, fake handoff. EJ's looking for some help. He throws it deep. Intercepted! And he's going to run it out. He's looking for blockers. He cuts inside. Finally gets brought down around the 10-yard line. The Pueblo Steel fans ask for defense. And number 23 of the Pueblo Steel, Lawrence Lucero, comes up big on there with the interception. I'm pretty sure that was the number on that play, but that Pueblo Steel defense stood up when they needed to, and now that gives their offense 1 minute, 59 seconds left in the third period.
43.
But 43? 33 made the interception. That was Cam Lewis. Good job, Cam. So let's see who they bring out at quarterback here. Looks like they still got James Holland, and he's spreading him out a little differently this time. He's got 3 to the right, 1 to the left, running back in the shotgun formation. And there's some motion. He takes the snap, hands it up to mid. Fake handoff. He keeps the ball, runs outside. Big run play by number 8, James Holland. That's good for a Pueblo Steel first down. What a great play and execution on there. I thought he handed it up the middle, and so did the rest of the Grizzlies defense, because that allowed James Holland to hold the ball, run out to his left, gain about 11 yards on that play. Great offensive maneuver by James Holland. And he breaks the huddle, and we're still going to go with three receivers to the right, 1 to the left. James Holland's in a shotgun formation, and the Grizzlies are still in a 3-5 now. Hands it up the middle. The Grizzlies saw it right away. They swarm on him. They finally bring him down. Let's see if they're going to mark him for a loss, or there was a forward progress enough to keep the ball right where it was. It seems to be. Gain of 0 on that play. Loss of 0 on that play. So I was going to put a 2nd and 10 for the Pueblo Steel. What another exciting matchup from these two teams. It seems like every time the Steel play the Grizzlies, it always comes down to the wire. And so far, this game is holding up to be just that. Now, the clock is ticking with 51 seconds left in the third quarter. And he spreads them out, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 44 seconds. He's calling an audible, it looks like, and he's making motion there, and he finally gets them to stop. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Quick hitch is there. Number 5 catches it, and he's touchdown immediately. Small gain on the play. 30 seconds on the clock. The clock is still rolling. So I don't know if they're going to get another play off before the quarter, or if they're even trying to, because now we're down to 21 seconds, and they're huddling up. So it looked like he gained about 5 yards, 4 yards on that play. And now we've got 11 seconds, and he's trying to break him out of the huddle. Let's see if he can get this ball off on time before the end of the quarter. 6 seconds left on the clock. He asks for the ball, and with 1 second he gets it. He rolls out. He looks to go deep. Pass the roll back outside, trying to make something happen. He cuts back in the middle. He's keeping the ball, and he's running. He's got enough for a first down. James Holland's another impressive display of athleticism. Gets the first down at the end of the third quarter. It is the Mile High Grizzlies 20, the Pueblo Steel 12. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference.
Going to support the Mile High Grizzlies 20 and the Pueblo Steel 12.
Boy, that James Holland is fun to watch. All right, now we're at the start of the fourth quarter of Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the Mile High Grizzlies against the Pueblo Steel. James Holland is back out there with two to the right, two to the left, takes a snap. He's looking for somebody to be open. He finally lets the ball go, and it is intercepted. Flag on the play immediately brought down. Number 25 with the interception for the Mile High Grizzlies. And that's Jordan Williams. Sorry, Jordan. It takes me a while because it's an alphabetized roster. But let's see what the flag is about. Will that negate the interception? Was it offense? Was it defense? Let's see what these referees decide to come up with here. They're still huddling up trying to figure it out. And here we go. We've got illegal block on the interception. That makes the interception good. Going to lose some yardage after the interception, but that is a turnover by the Mile High Grizzlies. And now let's see if they want to continue with that clock dinner that they've been having, just eating the clock there. You got an 8-point lead with 14 minutes, 51 seconds left. James Holland made a tough throw. It looked like it was there to me, but then the defensive back there just made a great break on it and it ended up coming with the interception. And now it's up to the Pueblo Steel defense. If Pueblo wants to stay in this game, this defense needs to step up here and save their offense as much time as they possibly can. But EJ's bringing his boys out. He's got 3 stacked to the left, 1 to the right in the shotgun formation. And it looks like there's pressure coming from the outside for the Steel, so he rolls out the other way. Can't find anybody. Finally airs it out deep, and there's a lot of contact made, and the referee agreed with me. There are 2 flags thrown on there. I don't need to be a fortune teller like Rashad Ray to see pass interference on that play. It looked like defensive pass interference. He made contact where the ball was in the air. But since the Colorado Football Conference uses an modified NCAA guideline, that should be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down if it is defensive pass interference. But there must have been 2 different views on there because they're huddling to figure out what they're going to call here. So maybe one guy saw offensive, one guy saw defensive, and now they figured out pass interference, defense. That gives the Mile High Grizzlies an automatic first down. It is not a spot foul. It is a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. So they're going to move the ball forward there. And that gives the Mile High Grizzlies an automatic first down. Yeah, there they go. They're trying to find the mark. The chains moved before he was ready, but the white hat was there to make sure the spot was correct. So the referees have finally got it figured out. They're going to place the ball in. We got 1st and 10. Again, pass interference, defense, first down. So EJ breaks it from the huddle, and he sends 3 receivers to the left. He's going to stack them like they have been. 1 to the right. He's in that shotgun. Looks like the Pueblo Steel have got 2 safeties up there. Blitz is coming. Do they find him? No. EJ makes an athletic move. He's coming back outside. Finally gets brought down by number 23. Big first down run by number 8, EJ Bogany. He decided to hold that ball, use athleticism, because they looked like they had him wrapped up in the backfield, but he fought them off and got the Grizzlies the first down. So the clock is still running now. 14 minutes, 32 seconds left on the clock. And EJ and the boys are doing exactly what they need to, and that's keep the clock running. Gain yardage, run the clock, try to end this game. It sure would help their cause, though, to finally score on a drive, since we haven't had that since the beginning of the second quarter. It's been a very good defensive battle. So he takes the snap, handoff, cuts outside to the right, white jerseys all around, and finally gets brought down after a gain of about 4 yards. And that was number 14 on the carry for the Grizzlies. Let me see who that is. It's Chad Carey. He's had a very good day on the ground, Chad Carey has. It seems like every time he touches it, he gains yardage. 13:39 on the clock and ticking. So EJ's doing exactly what he needs to do, and that's take his time. Same formation, 3 stacked receivers to the left, 1 to the right. in the shotgun. He likes what he sees. He asks for the ball, and they give it to him. Hands it up the middle to Chad Carey, and he gets top brought down immediately by the Pueblo Steel defense. But he pushed forward enough to get a gain of about 1 yard. Stick moves 1 yard only, and that's his third down and about 6 yards to go. But every time the Pueblo Steel defense needed to step up and make a play, they've done it. So let's see if they can continue that trend. With 12 minutes, 53 seconds now on the clock. And EJ breaks them up in same formation. 3 stacked to the left, 1 to the right. So now it's time for the Pueblo Steel defense to step up, and let's see if they could do it. EJ scanning it. He likes what he sees. He asks for the ball. He rolls out to his left. Pressure's coming up the middle. Throws it out. The pressure made the difference. EJ tried to complete a screen to Chad Carey, but the pressure was all in his face. He tried to get it there, but couldn't. Good job by the Pueblo Steel defense. That brings us to 4th and 6. And EJ Bogan is going to stay out there on 4th down with 12 minutes, 33 seconds on the clock. Another 4th down play for the Mile High Grizzlies. But their percentage is high on 4th down, so I don't blame them for staying out there. They've been performing pretty well. But the last time they were on 4th down, they ended up turning the ball over to the Steel defense. And the Steel fans are trying to make some noise here to help their guys out, but EJ Bogan stacks 3 to the left, 1 to the right. He rolls out to his left, trying to find somebody, throws across the middle. It is intercepted again by the Pueblo Steel. Try to make a move, staying on his feet. He's running, he's finally getting caught down from behind. Big play by the Pueblo Steel defense. That is number 19. Nick makes another big play. He's been making plays all day. Good job, Nick, doing what you need to do for your team. Now James Holland will get the ball back in Grizzly territory with 12 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. It is still an 8-point game. That Pueblo Steel defense is looking very good today, but so has the defense of the Mile High Grizzlies. And so James Holland is bringing his offense up to see what they could do against this Mile High Grizzly defense. Yeah, I just wanted to make confirmation that is James Holland still at quarterback. They've swapped out quarterbacks a couple times today. Either Holland or number 5 has been back there. He likes what he sees, takes a snap, rolls out to his right, throws the ball, batted up. The receiver should have had a catch on there, but instead the ball bounced off his hands into the air, and that's always scary against a defense like the Mile High Grizzlies. But the ball found its way to the ground and to the likings of the Pueblo Steel. It takes us 12 minutes, 14 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. Oh, I apologize. We're in the fourth quarter. Yeah, fourth quarter. You know, this game seems to be going by really fast, but I guess that's because we kind of got here a little late. But that's good. So we've got 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Looks like pressure's coming up the middle, and here it comes. Fumbles the ball. There's fight for it. There's Grizzlies. There's Steel. The referees are calling for second down, or is that third? So the Pueblo Steel recovered a botched snap. Could have been another turnover, but it's 3rd and about 13 now for James Holland and the Pueblo Steel offense. A lot of work ahead of them. And when you're down by 8, you don't want to be this far behind on 3rd down, but you got to do what you got to do. So what he decides to do is spread 3 to the right, 1 to the left. The Grizzlies defense looks like Marcus Miller is creeping up in the middle. Shifts over. Is he coming or is he not? He's not. Pressure's coming from the outside. Big athletic performance by James Holland. He moves the ball forward, cuts back inside. He's got the first down and more. Big play by number 8, James Holland. Feeling the pressure coming from the outside, makes athletic movements all over the place. Big first down play by number 8, James Holland for the Pueblo Steel. Pueblo was marching down the field with 11 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. It looks like the ball is going to be spotted just about the 23-yard line inside Grizzly territory. Again, another amazing performance by James Holland to get the ball moving and gaining that first down on 3rd and long. So now he's going to spread them out, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. witness protection to his left side because it looks like they're blitzing from that side. But the blitzer fades back out. So Holland's looking for somebody to be open. Finally releases the ball deep into the end zone. And the receiver was open. The pass wasn't there. Number 15 had a break on the defense. But James Holland just couldn't put that ball in the right place. If they could have connected, that would have been a score. But they didn't. And that takes us to 2nd and 10 with 10 minutes, 51 seconds left on the clock. James Holland breaks him out of the huddle. And it looks like he's going to spread him out. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Protection to his right side. And it looks like the Grizzlies, he's shifting him over. There's some motion. Pressure coming up the middle. And that's going to negate that running play. And that's where you get unlucky sometimes on the play call. They call a play up the middle, and the Grizzlies call a blitz right up the middle. And that's good for a loss of about 2 yards. So another big 3rd down play here for James Holland. About 3rd and 12 and 10 minutes, 29 seconds left in the game. So now it's time for the Pueblo Steel offense to step it up and keep this drive alive. And the Mile High Grizzlies also need to put a stop on here. And Marcus is creeping up to the line, fades back out. James Holland feeling the pressure, pitches it out, incomplete. He pitched it out to the running back. The running back had his hands on the ball. He just could not bring it down. So that brings it to 4th and 12. And, of course, James Holland's not going to come off the field. They need to score with 10 minutes left in this game. And in an 8-point game, it is still 20-12. Grizzlies over the Steel. So we're not going to see a field goal. We're not going to see a punt. We're going to see another 4th down play in the second half. So he's going to spread them out. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. And the Grizzlies look to be into a 3-down man. It looks like a 3-5 they're back into. He rolls out to his right, does James Holland trying to find somebody, cuts back inside. He decides to keep it, moves the ball forward, gets the 1st down, trying to get even more. Does he get... Finally gets brought down. That's a 1st down play. James Holland again making a big difference on his feet. Where do they spot that? Looks like it'll be 1st and goal at about the 5-yard line. James Holland making a difference with his feet, taking advantage of what the defense gives him, and that's just a lot of space when he's out on his own. Now, he did have pressure, and the player was there to make a move on him to bring him down, but he's got the athleticism to cut inside and move that ball forward, and he gives the Pueblo Steel a chance to tie this game up here. But he's got 2 to the left. No, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. James Holland likes what he sees, asks for the ball. He's going to, pressure's coming from the outside. He gets brought down. Big time sack on the play made by number 30 of the Mile High Grizzlies. That's what they needed to do. They've been bending, but they haven't broken yet. Let's see if they could do it. Steve Height making the play he needs to do by sacking James Holland backwards. Man, that's about a 5-yard loss on that play. So now we're 2nd and goal from the 10, maybe 9-yard line. And we're going to call a timeout here made by the Pueblo Steel with 8 minutes, 58 seconds left in the game. Score is 20-12. Grizzlies over the Steel. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference.
Grizzlies 20, Steel 20.
And we're back after that timeout again. 8 minutes, 58 seconds left in the game. Grizzlies 20, Pueblo still 12, but the Steel are driving on offense. After the sack, it is now 2nd and 10. 2nd and goal at the 10, I should say, for James Holland. And look what he's doing. He's stacking his receivers to the left. He's got 2 stacked to the right in a shotgun formation. And the Grizzlies are all in the box. And the pressure comes from the outside. He airs it out. 1-on-1. Catch is made. Touchdown. Pueblo Steel. James Holland to number 80. Sorry about that. Who is number 80? That is Antoine Cherry. Big play. They sent the house on that play trying to disrupt him. So all he could do was air it out with man-on-man on an island. And number 80 comes up with the play, and that's a touchdown with 8 minutes, 53 seconds left on the clock. That takes us to 20-18. The Pueblo Steel have to go for 2 here to tie the game up with only 8 minutes left in it. And that's exactly what they're doing here. And he's spreading them again. He's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. He puts his protection on his left side. The Grizzlies are in that 3 front. Looks like blitz is coming up the middle. James Holland sees it, fades back, rolls out to his right, sees the pressure, rolls back outside, trying to make something happen. Let's go with the ball. Did he catch it? Touchdown! That 2-point conversion is good. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie game with 8 minutes, 53 seconds left on the clock. It's all tied up at 20 apiece. This happens every time the Grizzlies and the Pueblo Steel face each other. No one gives up. It's a battle to the end, and we have an exciting game of football here. Late flag thrown over by the Grizzlies sideline. Interesting to see what they'll call here, because the hands went up and the score was made, and that flag just came out of the referee's pocket less than 20 seconds ago, way after the scoring drive. So let's see what they're talking there. Usually, if you've got a flag coming that late after the play, it's usually unsportsmanlike or maybe a personal foul. It looks like they're running information over to the Pueblo Steel, so it looks like it's definitely going to be against the Grizzlies as they're giving Doug Kenyon his options there. Maybe they're just communicating. Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Mile High Grizzlies. Touchdown is good. We still have a tied game. 20-20 with 8 minutes, 53 seconds left on the clock. Another exciting matchup, another great featured event brought to you by ColoradoSports.TV. But 8 minutes is a long time. And it's more like 9 minutes with 8 minutes, 53 seconds left on there. And when you've got a running back like the Grizzlies do, with E.J. Bogany, he can make a difference on his feet. He can make a difference in the air. He's got the weapons on offense to do it. Another great matchup. Exciting ending. All right, so we're trying to line up here for the kickoff. Momentum is a real difference maker. It's in the favor of the Pueblo Steel right now. Trying to make some late substitutions are the Pueblo Steel. And the kick is up, bounces, finally fielded. He's trying to cut outside, finally cutting inside. They're not stopping him. He finally gets brought down inside Pueblo territory. They needed a big play on special teams. They got it, giving E.J. Bogany a short field to work with. And if you're the Pueblo Steel, you don't necessarily want to do that. And it looks like, is there another injury on the field? There sure is. Another Pueblo Steel player is down. Is he going to get up on his own, or Stadium Medical is going to be? And here comes Stadium Medical to the field. So we've got a timeout due to the injury. I don't have a number on that player. I can't see it from here. Just got an update. Like to welcome Dennis York to the viewing public. He's the head coach and defensive coordinator for the Mile High Grizzlies, but he had a graduation he had to go to tonight. So glad to have him watching his team go down the field here with DJ Bogany. Heck of a game going on here, Dennis. With 20-20 all tied up with 8 minutes 44 seconds left on the clock. And the Pueblo Steel player gets up off the field under his own power. And here comes EJ, 1st and 10, inside Pueblo territory. He's going to stack those receivers, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Pueblo defense looks to be in a 3 front. They're calling out their blocks. EJ likes what he sees, asks for the ball, runs out left, finally finds a little bit of room, gains quite a bit of yardage, but not enough for a first down. But EJ's doing exactly what he has to do, and that's drive the ball forward while he's eating the clock. But it's a tied game. I mean, they were supposed to eat that clock up because they had an 8-point lead, but then Pueblo negated that with that last touchdown. So with 8 minutes, 18 seconds left on the clock, this needs to be a scoring drive for the Mile High Grizzly offense. So EJ still in that clock tick. He finally breaks it from the huddle, and he's going to spread them out. Triple stacked receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Looks like they got 4 down linemen this time. EJ asks for the ball, and he gets it. He rolls out to his right, fades back. Screenplay to his receiver. He cuts back inside, trying to find blockers. He gets them. He cuts back outside, down to the middle. It doesn't look, it's going to be a little short of the first down. Yep, it's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Mile High Grizzlies right at the 41-yard line. Let's see what EJ pulls out of his hat here on 3rd down. Normally I say it's a big 3rd down play. If they don't get it, they normally would punt, but they haven't done that today. I haven't seen a punt yet today that I could remember. It's been 4th down after 4th down after 4th down, but that's not what EJ wants. He wants 1st down now. So he hands the ball up the middle to number 9. He gets that 1st down a little bit more. Finally brought down by a gang of Steel players, but that's enough for a 1st down, and the clock will continue to roll with 7 minutes, 1 second left. Now they do stop the clock for the movement of the chains, but once those chains are set, the referee will wind his arm, and that's what he's doing. It's time to run that clock. Now the Pueblo Steel defense has come up big so far today. Let's see if they could do it again. 1st and 10 at about the 32-yard line. EJ's got them stacked, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Pueblo Steel's got a lot of guys in the box, but EJ doesn't care. He cuts outside left, uses a stiff arm to gain even more, gets the 1st down, finally gets brought down. They're stopping the clock. Did he go out of bounds or just moving the chains? Either way, big play by EJ Bogany, using his feet to make the difference. And they're moving those chains forward. It looks like they're going to spot it right around the 12-yard line of the Pueblo Steel as they blow for stoppage of the clock, because we've got a timeout by the Pueblo Steel. That's got to be their last timeout. I think that's the 3rd one I've seen this half. So that might come up big, because if the Grizzlies score here with 6 minutes left on the clock, that means the Pueblo Steel will have to drive down and score with no timeouts remaining. And I don't think the Grizzlies have called a timeout yet, but unfortunately they don't keep that on the scoreboard. So I'm not exactly positive that's the count. I am positive that the Pueblo Steel should be out of timeouts. I just don't know. I just don't know how many timeouts the Mile High Grizzlies have got. And as they take a break, I'm going to take a quick little break, and I'll be right back to you. Thank you for watching the ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And we are back hopefully the Pueblo Steel defense figured something out, because they've been letting this offense move the ball on the ground, basically on the feet of number 8, E.J. Bogany. So here we go, 3 stacked to the right, 1 to the left. 1st and 10, hands the ball up the middle. Grizzly player, or Steel player there immediately to bring him down. Actually takes a loss of about 2 yards on the play. So they're going to take us to 2nd and 12. Looks like they're spotting it right at the 15-yard line. And the clock is ticking with 6 minutes, 8 seconds left in this game. Still all tied up at 20 apiece. EJ's taking his time in the huddle, trying to figure out the right play to run here. Finally breaks the huddle, and let's see what he brings out. They're stacking 3 to the right, 1 to the left. EJ's still in that shotgun. It's worked for him all day. They think it's going to continue to work for him right now. He likes what he sees. The Steel are showing a bit of a blitz, so that makes EJ make a change. And the blitz does. EJ holds onto the ball, goes left, cutting back inside, gets himself in there for a Grizzly touchdown with 5 minutes, 25 seconds. E.J. Bogany making a difference on that drive with his feet, running all over the Pueblo Steel. That puts the score to 26-20 with 5:25 left in the game. So that's where I had mentioned earlier, these timeouts that the Pueblo Steels have already gone through might make a big difference, but 5 minutes, 25 seconds in football is a very long time. And if they use their time correctly, they might be able to pull something out here, the Pueblo Steel. The Grizzlies are asking for a late substitution. They need one more out there for the extra point. And they finally get it. And the kicker's ready. The holder's ready. He asks for the snap, and he gets it. It's a bobble snap. The kicker has to do something with it as it gets brought down. That extra point miss might make a big difference at the end of this game. A play as you would think would be as simple as an extra point is not always that simple. A mistake was made. The snap was bad. The sack was made. And that puts us at 26-20 with 5 minutes, 25 seconds left on the clock. And the Pueblo Steel offense, well, first, the special teams can make a difference here because they're going to kick the ball off here to the Pueblo Steel. So let's see what they can do with this here. But another amazing performance by both these quarterbacks. But E.J. Bogany on that last drive made a big difference on that play. All right, the Grizzlies are teeing them up. I just got a message that there was a huge party in California listening to me talk. Since you guys are all there, I'm going to tell you a story about Dennis York. No, I'm not. And the kick is made. It's a squib kick up the middle, bouncing around, finally recovered, and he's looking for some blockers. He just has to use the speed, cuts back inside, and gets brought down by number 80. So the Pueblo Steel offense is going to take the ball here on offense right at about the 33-yard line with 5 minutes, 19 seconds left. Grizzlies 26, Steel 20. This is as exciting as a football game can be, and ColoradoSports.TV is proud to present it to you. So now James Holland has to come out here and try to figure out this enigma that is the Dennis York defense. And, I want to be careful with saying that. They are sticking with the 3 down linemen, but they're going with the 3-4, in which they probably should because they know the passing needs to be done. So he gets the ball. Number 15 makes a snag, stays on his feet, cuts back outside, finally gets brought down. That's a first down play for the Pueblo Steel. Number 8 to number 15, Mike Mintkin. And James Holland is doing what he's supposed to, and that's move the ball forward with 5 minutes, 12 seconds left on the clock. He does. Well, I guess they're going to call it for momentum because they're running the clock now with 5:05. 1st and 10. Ball at the 48-yard line. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Grizzlies in 3-4 defense. Takes the snap, hands it up the middle, and he's got room. He's cutting inside, trying to find his blockers. number 33 makes a big gain on first down to keep this drive alive. That was Cam Lewis on the carry. That puts us at 4 minutes, 48 seconds left in the game. And the Pueblo Steel are driving. Always an exciting matchup when these two teams play. Now we're going to run the clock now that the chains are set. 4 minutes, 44 seconds and ticking. And James Holland breaks him out of the huddle. He's spreading them out, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Grizzlies still in that 3 down lineman. Looks like blitz is coming from Marcus Miller. He fades back out, so Holland rolls right, trying to make a difference with his feet, and he gains a few yards, runs out of bounds. There's a flag on the play, and number 22 of the Grizzlies is laying down on top of number 5 of the Pueblo Steel. So we'll see what the referees call that as. And if you're the Mile High Grizzly defense, you do not want to break down on penalties. You don't want to make a mistake to make a difference, and I guess he didn't. After the discussion, they waved that flag and said there was nothing wrong with that play. So that puts us at, well, looks like they gained about nothing. Yeah, they just haven't moved the chains. A gain of about 2 yards on there. So it's second down. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. James takes the short bouncing snap, rolls back outside, using his feet, cutting inside, going back outside, staying on his feet, finally goes down. Nice pickup on the ground by James Holland, and there's another Steel player on the ground and another flag on the ground. They're stopping the clock with 4 minutes, 9 seconds left. That is a flag down there, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like it. I hope it's not somebody's towel. Yeah, because there's discussion going on there between the referee and the white hat. And it looked like they were pointing towards the Grizzlies side, so let's see what the referee says here. Holding, defensive holding. That's going to be a big help to the Pueblo Steel offense. Is that enough for a first down? Holding. Grizzlies, automatic first down. It's now 1st and 10 with 4 minutes, 9 seconds left in a 6-point difference game. Grizzlies over the Steel, 26-20. James Holland's got some spread out, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. 2 safeties in there for the Grizzlies. Another low snap. Holland recovers, bounce on his shoulders, trying to wait for something. Finally decides to run with his feet, gets the ball up there. Almost picked off. Incomplete. He tried to get it to number 15, but number 25 of the Grizzlies was there to bring it down. Almost an interception. But the drive is still alive for the Pueblo Steel with 3 minutes, 53 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and 10. You know, I've said it all day so far, but another athletic performance by James Holland. The pressure was coming from his outside, and he used his speed and his feet to make the difference. Finally found what he thought was an open guy. Just couldn't quite get it all the way there. Almost interception. Second down play here. He's got 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Grizzlies are still trying to call their defense, and they finally got it. Holland asks for the snap, and he gets it, pitches it outside. And he finally cuts in, bounces right back out, trying to gain some extra yardage, finally gets pushed out of bounds. Number 33 on the carry, gain of about 6 yards, 5 or 6 yards on that carry. But that brings it to third and 4. Or, yeah, it looks like 3rd and 4 with 3 minutes, 46 seconds left on this game. Big 3rd down play here for the Pueblo Steel. Let's see what James Holland pulls out of his pocket here. Now they're asking for the clock to wind with 3:43 on there. He spreads them out, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. A lot of guys in the box there for the Grizzlies. And Marcus zooms up the middle. He finally gets a good block. James Holland throws it up in the air. There's a receiver wide open. He brings it down. He's out of bounds. Too far out of the end zone. Number 5 jumped up there to snag that thing out of the air. Colorado Football Conference using a modified NCAA rule. All he needed to do was bring 1 foot in bounds to score, and he just couldn't do it. That puts us to 4th down. This play could be the difference in the game with 3 minutes, 27 seconds left. Grizzlies 26, Steel 20. James Holland's got them huddled up. Let's see what he pulls out here. He only needs about 4 or 5 yards here to get a first down. He's done pretty good on his feet so far, but the Grizzlies know that, so they're probably going to be ready for that. So Holland spreads them out, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. He's scanning that defense and the pressure, looking to be up in the middle, and there's Marcus Miller creeping up to the line. Oh, and the Grizzlies jump off sides. That penalty should be enough for a first down for the Pueblo Steel on 4th down. Like I said earlier, the last thing you want to do is make a mistake on defense. Oh, I'm wrong. It was a false start. That's going to make it 4th and 10 for the Pueblo Steel.
Right call, wrong team.
Yeah, right call, wrong team indeed. All right, so he spreads them out 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Looks like pressure. There's Marcus Miller showing pressure. They only send 3. Holland's got time. He's got a guy wide open. He catches it, rolls in. That is a touchdown. The Pueblo Steel have tied this game. The Pueblo Steel have tied this game. It is 26-26 with 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. There's laundry on the field. Let's see if that holds. The referees. Illegal shift. Offense. I got a replay. 4th down. So that's going to make it 4th and 15 for the Pueblo Steel. And that receiver was wide open. They were wide open. But a mistake on offense takes points off the board. 4th and 15. He's going to spread them out. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. And the Grizzlies are paying pretty far back. Look, they got 3 safeties out there. Over the corners, just playing deep. It's a low snap. James Holland recovers it. He's getting pressured on the outside. Tries to make a maneuver, gets sacked. The ball is out. Marcus Miller makes a big hit after the whistle. Flags flown all over the place. I thought it was a fumble, and so did Marcus, but the referees didn't appreciate that play, and they're going to flag him for that. I might be wrong, but that's what I saw. I think the referees considered it a sack. They must have blown the whistle. Marcus must not have heard it. Went in there and creamed the Pueblo Steel player trying to recover the fumble. And Marcus was just playing the ball. Yeah, he thought that ball was live. But it did result in an injury for the Pueblo Steel. Because that was a hard hit. Oh, they're still trying to work on the down player, so the referees haven't came out and called exactly what the penalty is yet.
She's out there.
Say it again?
The med.
Oh, is she? Yeah, Stadium Medical is on the field with the downed Pueblo Steel player. And here comes the white hat to explain. Dead ball foul. Personal foul against the Grizzlies. But that's a turnover on down. And now it's 26-20. Mile High Grizzlies with 3 minutes, 12 seconds left to go in the game. And that's still a lot of time in football. The Mile High Grizzlies need to get a first down to eat this clock up as much as they can.
Yeah, in football, that could be as much as an hour.
That's very true. It could be a very long time. But they're going to give the ball to the Mile High Grizzlies. E.J. Bogany has to get a first down to keep that clock running. And the Pueblo Steel player does finally get up off his feet. He's walking off the field under his own power. He just took one heck of a monster hit. Again, a little hard for me to blame Marcus Miller. That ball looked live to me. And when you've still got a player on the offense playing it, even though the whistle was blown, he was just doing what he thought he had to by helping his team by keeping that guy from recovering that ball. All right, so here we go again. 3 minutes, 12 seconds left. Grizzlies have the ball after a turnover on downs. And we've got 1 to the left, 2 to the right. Max protection for E.J. Bogany. And the Pueblo Steel are creeping up to the line. And here comes the inside pressure. And it's not enough to stop some gain on the play. Gain of about 3 yards on the carry. But that keeps the clock spinning here. Now we're 2 minutes, 55 seconds left and ticking. And EJ's definitely going to take his time in the huddle. That's exactly what he needs to do. So it looks to be about second and 7 yards to go. He breaks him out of the huddle, staying in that max protection. 1 to the left, 1 to the right. He's got a tight end to his right. Whistle's blown. Why are we stopping the clock? Penalty. Sorry, folks, I didn't get to see what the call was, but it was a penalty against the Mile High Grizzlies. That's going to drive them backwards. And normally if they blow the whistle before the snap and they call it against the offense, it's probably a false start. So that makes it 2nd and 9 now for the Mile High Grizzlies. Clock at 2 minutes, 23 seconds. Still max protection for E.J. Bogany in the shotgun with 2 running backs, 1 to his left, 1 to his right, receiver to the left, receiver to the right. And here comes the Pueblo Steel showing pressure up the middle. They fade back out of it because E.J. saw it, but here comes the pressure anyway. He rolls out to his right, trying to gain some extra yardage, and he does it. His feet are making a difference. He's got one guy to beat. He's running from the 40 to the 30 to the 20. Diving try for the tackle, doesn't make it. Touchdown. E.J. Bogany with 2 minutes, 8 seconds left in the game. E.J. uses his feet like he's done all day and puts the nail in the coffin for this game. 2 minutes, 8 seconds. E.J. Bogany has got to be winded after that long run. 80-something yards, you think that was?
He stepped out of bounds on the 4-yard line.
Oh.
But I don't think they caught it.
He was skating down the sideline close, but there was no whistle blown. The hands did go up.
No, he got away with it.
Yep, there's 32-20. Grizzlies over the Steel. No, I guess I should take back that nail in the coffin. 2 minutes left in the game. Crazier things have happened in the sport of football before. But one thing is for certain, E.J. Bogany did exactly what he needed to do on that drive. All he needed to do was get a couple first downs, eat the clock. He says, nah, I'm going to score. And he uses that rollout play, had plenty of blockers ahead of him, and displayed a great amount of speed as he beat 2 guys who had angles on him. So here we go, late substitution. Let's see if they can get this extra point try up off the ground. Snap is up, ball is down, kick is up. And it is good. That takes us to 33-20. Grizzlies over the Steel with 2 minutes, 8 seconds left in the game. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And we are back. Now the Grizzlies have to kick off with 2 minutes, 8 seconds left, so I'm sure they're going to squib it, and that's what they do. They let it bounce on the ground a bunch, and it's finally recovered. He cuts back to his left. He's got blockers in front of him. He's got a guy to beat. Cuts back inside. Finally gets brought down right around the 39-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Pueblo Steel with exactly 2 minutes left on the clock. That's going to put us to the 2-minute warning. So that's going to be a short timeout. And while they take a break, I'll take another one. So thank you again for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And we're back. James Holland's got them spread 2 to the right, 2 to the left. 2 minutes left in the game. Pressure showing up the middle, and here comes James Yeager. Pass is made. Quick hitch to number 5. He cuts inside. Finally gets brought down. Inbounds. So once they set, the clock is still spinning with 1 minute, 47 seconds left. It's a 13-point game. The Pueblo Steel are in a hurry up. James Holland is calling it from the quarterback position. Still waiting on the snap. He gets it. He fades back. Cuts outside. Short pass to 23. Tries to make a move. Wrapped up immediately by number 4, Marcus Miller. He was going to be confused by those maneuvers. Minute 22 seconds left on the clock. Looked like a gain of about 3 yards on the play. So it's 3rd and about 7 with a minute 13 and clicking. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Still hasn't snapped the ball. Finally gets it off. He's looking to go deep. Throws it outside. Number 15. He goes out of bounds. That'll be enough for a Pueblo Steel first down. Stops the clock with a minute 1 second. But it's only going to stop it for as long as it takes for these guys to move their chains. So James Holland needs to get this offense together quick. Well, actually, he's not stopping the clock because he did go out of bounds, so I apologize. And James Holland breaks him out of the huddle. 3 to the short side, 2 to the far side. Oh, I'm sorry, I did that wrong. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. James Holland asks for it. He gets it, fades back, trying to find something. Rolls out to his right. Finally throws it to the running back out of the backfield. He cuts inside, gaining extra yards as a first down, but stays in bounds. They stop the clock, only to move the chains. 51.1 seconds left in this game. Is he? Oh, no, he got up. There was number 42. Looked like he stayed on the ground a little longer than he wanted to, but he's coming off the field. And James Holland has got them ready. The clock is ticking. He hasn't got the snap yet. 48 seconds. Finally gets the snap. Fading back to his left. Looking left. He's got plenty of time. Throws it deep. Wide open. Tackled. They're stopping the clock. Big gain. But 38.9 seconds left in this game. It's a 2-possession game with the Grizzlies 33, the Steel 20. They got to score twice if they want to stay in this game, the Pueblo Steel do. So it's still 38.9 here. They haven't started the clock, so it's going to start at the snap, it sounds like. Finally hikes it. He rolls out to his right, throws it deep, throws it out of bounds, stops the clock, 33.5 seconds. The coverage was there by the Mile High Grizzlies. He looked to his left to begin with, didn't see anything, started rolling right. And the zone coverage was there. He just had nobody to throw it to because that Grizzlies defense was ready for the pass. So all he had to do was throw it out of bounds, stop that clock, and give them another opportunity here to see if they could score. So they break the huddle. Still 33.5 left on there. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Grizzlies look to be playing a little deeper than they normally do. Box seems pretty empty. Snap is made. Pressure's coming up in the middle from the line. He throws it. And there's nobody there. It's another incomplete pass. That'll make it 3rd and goal from about the 9-yard line with now 29.1 seconds left in this game. So let's see what James Holland can pull here. 3rd down. Grizzlies defense is holding up pretty well on this final drive, giving up a couple of big plays. But right now at 29 seconds, they're looking pretty good. So here you go, to the left, 2 to the right. He shifts his protection to his left side because he sees some pressure coming from that way. And here it comes, coming left. They look like they're supposed to pitch it. James is trying to find something. Lets it go deep. Overthrown, just too high. That's going to bring up 4th down. 22.1 seconds left in this game. And they still need to score twice. So if you're a Pueblo Steel fan, you need to be hoping for a miracle here. Because 22 seconds is not too much time to try to score twice. But let's see what they can pull together here.
It'd technically be 4 times.
Why?
The extra points.
Oh, the extra points. Yeah, I guess that's true. All right, so here we go. He's finally breaking the huddle. Big 4th down play here for the Pueblo Steel. Big 4th down play here for the Grizzly defense. He's got 2 to the right, 2 to the left. He likes what he sees. He asks for the snap. It's low. Pitches out to number 5. Throws it. Batted down. Grizzly defense makes a big stand. That's 16 seconds left in the game. Grizzlies are going to take over on down. 33-20, Mile High Grizzlies. And now, with that amount of time, all E.J. Bogan needs to do is go into that victory formation. And the Grizzlies are going to escape out of this one from another close game between the Grizzlies and the Pueblo Steel. What a heated rivalry these two teams have. They always play each other hard. Another great game from the Colorado Football Conference, brought to you by ColoradoSports.TV. So they're going to go ahead and line up there, and EJ's going to take the knee, but they throw a flag? They throw a flag on a kneel down. So I guess everybody wasn't set. They took that snap too quick. False start, Grizzlies. So you have one more play to do just from further back than where you were. 14.7 seconds left in this game. And the Grizzlies get to do the victory formation 2 times. Congratulations to the Mile High Grizzlies on a well-fought battle against a very good Pueblo Steel team. Driving all the way up here from Pueblo, Colorado to Lakewood, Colorado to give the Grizzlies all that they could handle. And that's the end of the ball game. The Grizzlies are going to take this one home 33-20 over the Pueblo Steel. Thank you so much for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. This is Eric Chacon signing off, and God bless.
Mile High Grizzlies 33 and the visitors Pueblo Steel 20. Want to thank everyone for coming out tonight to Trailblazer Stadium for this evening's contest. We wish you all a safe trip home, and happy Father's Day tomorrow to all of the fathers.